As the prophet of esports, I rely on trustworthy and meaningful data every day. Data from our research partner, YouGov, offers the most complete view of esports fans and gamers in the world, providing context to who they are, what they think, the brands they buy, and things they do. YouGov's connected insights and research services inform strategy at every level. If you're a team, a brand, agency, or rights holder, you should be talking with YouGov. Their partners measure and maximize ROI and are telling compelling stories with data. Visit yougov.com/gaming-esports to learn more. Goyo says, Fortnite movie sounds horrible. I might still watch it to see how bad, so maybe it makes sense from that angle. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of people, I think, watching it just to see how it does. Fortnite's an unstoppable force. It's like the video game version of Starbucks in the early 2000s or Chipotle in the 2010s. Matt, I love that comparison. Fortnite is like Starbucks or Chipotle.
Didn't Chipotle in the 2010s have like that massive issue where we all got diarrhea from it? Like, wasn't that like a big like what was it, the E. coli or something?
Yeah,
there goes Chipotle as a potential sponsor. Sorry,
stock
Jimmy.
is stronger than ever. Starbucks, I got nothing. I can't juice on them. I like Starbucks.
Wani says not IRL movie in theater. Yeah, that would make more sense if it's not IRL. Will we be able to watch the Fortnite movie in Fortnite? that's in Fortnite Inception right there. Christian says Fortnite movie would probably have been better timed a couple of years ago, but maybe a longevity play. It's a good point. Is this a desperate attempt to keep Fortnite relevant and in the mainstream? Anyone see it that way?
I don't know about desperate, but
okay, sorry.
I wouldn't.
Added a bit of
like
color.
you're saying that as if, but you say that with a negative connotation, as if that's a bad thing. Like, shouldn't that be exactly what Epic Games' main strategy as a company is, to like keep Fortnite fresh and in the news? Like,
sure,
you say like, oh, they're like trying to keep it in the mainstream. Like, as if that's like a bad strategy for their business. Like,
haven't we spent a lot of time on this podcast criticizing Nintendo for not moving into other types of multimedia content?
Exactly. There's not a lot of downside here. There's a lot of upside for them.
But I never saw Epic as desperate as Nintendo, right?
Neither is desperate. That's the whole point.
Look, but here's the problem, right? The margins on a movie are not the same as the margins on skins. So if your core business is going away and people are playing the game less and buying fewer skins, replacing it with movie revenue, it'll fill a temporary hole, but long term, the trend is still downwards, right? That's the problem.
That's 100% true, but I would say, sorry, I'm jumping in over everyone. I'm just hot right now. I would assume that the movie will draw. It's kind of like the virtuous cycle, right? You hope if the movie's remotely good, it drives people back into the game, and then they start buying the skins and kind of re-engaging. So, yeah, sorry, Sid, go ahead.
No, yeah, and I think it just goes back to an earlier conversation where we touched on this, where it's like Fortnite is cool to us who we are in the gaming universe, but like people still don't know about Fortnite, you know? So making a movie out of it might bring new eyes to it, to where we think like, oh yeah, like a Fortnite movie sounds lame. But like for them, that's just like another way to like get more eyes on it, which I think is like, it's actually pretty smart. Like I said, we just had Ninja like be in a movie with Ryan Reynolds. Like what? You know, people like, we were at the premiere and nobody knew. Nobody was like Ninja except for like me and Chorog at the front. But you see Ryan Reynolds walk by and everyone was like, oh my God, like Ryan Reynolds, you know? So I think it's a good play overall.
You're also going to sell twice as many tickets. Like Paul, you were at the Fortnite, world event or, in New York. Think about all the parents that had to bring all those kids there, right?
It was all the moms and dads.
So that's how the movie's going to be. It's going to be moms and dads, kids, and then kids bringing their friends.
I think this works a lot better if it's not animated, if it's actual like flesh and blood human actors. And I actually think Ninja and Ryan Reynolds should be the headlines, right? Those should be the characters in this movie.
I'll talk to them.
Matt says, I don't care if the movie is amazing, just make the film entertaining and it will be considered a success. It's true. Fortnite once again dominating the metaverse space, but this is them leaving the metaverse, so I don't agree with that. Sean says they have saved the world segment of Fortnite, a little bit of storyline there. That is true. The problem is I don't think do you guys know anyone who plays Save the World?
That famously did very well.
I don't know if there's much of an audience there. Robert says the more overlap between TV, movie content, and video games is a great cultural movement. As we see more audience engagement in the world, the game creates and paves the way for more cinematic engagement that should evolve back into competitive game environments for a more cinematic, inclusive, and engaging esports experience. In an ideal world, that's how it works, guys, right? Like there's synergies both ways. Like the movie builds on the game, right? Increases engagement in the game, things like that. And the game and vice versa, right? Stuff from the movie comes back into the game. I agree. I don't know if anyone disagrees with that. Christian says, I imagine a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like movie. Are they doing a new one? I think there's a new one coming out. Six Cannon says, if I don't see Ninja at least 3 times during its rhyme time, I'll riot. If Free Guy can show streamers multiple times throughout their movie, if they don't milk the streamer skins, that feels like a loss. I actually totally agree with that. You're 100% right. Matt says, and they're still everywhere. Adam, Fortnite movie, you can only watch in Fortnite. Watch that be a thing. I don't think they'll do that, though, Adam. Does anyone here think they'll do it only in Fortnite?
No. I think that would alienate a lot of the viewers. Amazon, like Netflix and theaters. Like I think they should put this in as many places as they can.
Yeah. What I remember them doing with Star Wars were exclusive sneak peeks, and then that J.J. Abrams appearance. Maybe they'll integrate it that way. Some type of pre-launch release.
Interactive movie, Fortnite movie in Fortnite. Yeah, I think they would be giving up too much dollar-wise if they did just that. But
if they added it in Fortnite, that could be interesting. Like as an additional alternative.
Where you could, but wouldn't it directly cannibalize like movies ticket sales, like fundamentally?
Maybe after the fact, maybe you put it out on Amazon and put it out on Fortnite and put it out if Netflix got the rights to it at the same time. I don't know.
With Netflix trying to get into gaming, does anyone think maybe this goes Netflix exclusive or something like that, where Netflix starts to pick up content like this?
Well, they are trying to get into gaming, right? Like that's the next frontier for them. So it could totally be a possibility.
Matt says they should take 2 approaches to this. Either take the Sonic movie approach and make it silly and kind of meme-ish, or use Fortnite as the groundwork to build a universe like Marvel.
That would be really cool if they could pull it off. But
if they could pull it off. I don't know if there's enough underlying IP there. Adam says you have to play Fortnite, then walk your character to a TV in the game, then you can watch it. I think they're more likely to do tie-ins like if you win a game of Fortnite, you get a coupon off a movie ticket or something like that, right? Potentially. I don't know. There may be ways to do tie-ins, but I don't think they're going to tie it in directly. Adam says, like video game high school, but Fortnite. Movie ticket stub gives you a special skin. Yeah, I think that's more likely, Adam. I think that's one of the ways they tie those 2 things together. Fortnite cinematic universe, Goyo says. If they can manage that, William would say this is Epic becoming Disney, but it'll be interesting to see. Any other thoughts on this, guys, before I move on the Fortnite movie? Who here will go see it the day it comes out? Who here would wait in line for a Fortnite movie?
I'd wait in line and wear a Fortnite Balenciaga hoodie.
Yes!
Now you're talking.
Yes, Jimmy.
I applaud you guys. That is real fandom. Wani says, I think they need to hire the Korean production team for making the movie. I'm not saying this because I'm Korean, but look at Parasite and Squid Game. Yeah, there's definitely some precedent there. Adam says, I'm just spitballing ideas. I didn't say any of them were good. I think they're really good. Movie ticket stub, giving you a special skin. I think they would get a ton of kids buying tickets just to get the special skin.
They gave away free HyperX cloud headphones at the Free Guy premiere. So, and ice cream and whatever. So I mean they're doing it big.
I mean, I could see integrations like that for sure.
Yeah.
Six Cannon says, in terms of story, some of the later seasons might be a problem. They introduced collaborations of Halo, DC, and other IPs which were tied to the season event. Yeah, but they don't need to bring any of that into the movies, right? Necessarily. And even if they did, I'm sure those other companies would love the product placement. You don't think Halo would love like free product placement inside a Fortnite movie? Goyo says Parasite is a banger. There you go, guys.
True.
True.
It's Korean culture seeping into everything.